Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Doctor and Autism series. Today, I'm joined with Jack and Ellie. And today, we're going to be speaking about Doctor and Autism, of course. Jack and Ellie both have autism as well, so it's going to be really good. I'm going to start with Jack because you're my first on my screen. Like.
Brilliant.
I'm not picking, but if you want to start if you do introduction of yourself, and then we can go to Eddie after.
So, for everyone who has seen me, this is their first. I am a neurodiverse autistic actor who is going to make his professional debut on Netflix this autumn, and I'm here. We are all here, actually, not just me, to discuss Doctor Who and how it can impact diversity of many different people, including people with autism and other disabilities and special needs, and how it empowers them, inspires them. So that's what I would say.
Well, thanks, Jack. It's good to have you on again. Yeah. So Ellie, over to you. If you do a little introduction of yourself.
Hi, my name's Ellie. I have autism. I don't really do much, just pretty much gaming and Doctor Who and Massive Animal.
Yeah. What's your favourite animal?
Probably dogs, because you could probably go out for walks and play and stuff like that. But I like all animals pretty much.
Yeah. I like dogs too. You might be seeing in the background like K9.
Yeah.
Like little Build-A-Bear Teddy. Well, it's not Build-A-Bear, is it? But it's part of Build-A-Bear. Got it from Build-A-Bear. But yeah, it's good because like we I think the last time I saw you was we went to cinema. I think me, you, and Jack, didn't we? Like to see a film a while ago.
Probably what, 2-3 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, that 3 years ago, and then and then half of us almost didn't get in because the person thought Ellie and George weren't old enough, which is stupid because it's a 15 film. But oh well, we saw it. I completely wet myself, so it's fine. But anyway, back to you.
Yeah. I don't remember what the film was, but it was funny, I think.
It's chapter.
Yeah. So.
Go and see it, chapter 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, it was it, wasn't it? It was supposed to be a chapter 3. I heard.
Is it?
Yeah. I didn't realise that there would be a chapter 3 because I thought chapter 2 was it.
Yeah. I thought it died.
Yeah. Looks like it's come back though. Right. Like, so Ellie, when was you diagnosed with autism?
Must have been in year 8, so was that 12, 13?
Okay.
Something, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Yeah. And
it's an honest answer.
Yeah, an honest answer. What about you, Jack? I probably asked you just before.
I don't remember it, so it doesn't
matter.
matter.
Yeah.
I was, well, it was placed on my medical records when I was 5.
Okay.
So, but I think I was diagnosed when I was 3 or 4.
Okay.
So I
So
got lucky.
yeah. So we got 12 or 13. We've got 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, about 8 or 9. But I don't think that matters now because we've got autism. So there we go. Do you think it quite links in well to Doctor Who, like autism in ways where, like, for example, do characters, maybe the Doctor, take over like mannerisms maybe a person who has autism does? Do you think?
I do. I think that mostly because of the fact that a lot of people with autism, they have, this isn't necessarily everyone, but they have, their special interests and their mannerisms and their favorite sayings and sounds and so forth. And then the Doctor is very, very, very much like that, where he has his own catchphrases and he has like his consistency also is very much the same. A lot of autistic people have a problem where their routine is disrupted, and the Doctor, even though in the traveling sense it's not straightforward, but in his self he's always wearing the same clothes, he's always doing the same things, saving the world from events in flux. And I think that's one of the reasons why he's very much loved by people with disabilities and people all around the world as such.
Yeah, yeah. I never thought about the clothes bit, but until you mention it, it does make a lot of sense because like each incarnation of the Doctor has that one clothes they always wear. It may vary with a few, possibly maybe 3 outfits. Like the 10th Doctor, for example, he had his brown things he normally wears. Let's not include the his first episode when he was just in bed wearing pajamas the whole time.
Oh yeah.
um, but yeah, we don't include that bit, but but
For
his
his
first,
sake.
yeah, for his sake. But let's count his first one, his brown one, which is, I really like that one. And then he went into his blue kind of stuff. So he kind of had 2 main ones. And then occasionally he just wore something random, like for a Christmas episode or something. I think the Voyage the Damn You remember with the singer, I can't remember her name, Australian one, who was in the episode, and he wore kind of a black tie, something you wear at a wedding, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kylie Minogue, that's it.
Yeah, that's him.
Right, Kylie Minogue. But yeah, like I agree with what you're saying there, Jack. Like with the clothes part, they do like to wear the same.
Yeah.
I think it's more like people with autism and that. It's more like a safety net, safety blanket sort of thing that you feel comfortable in. So it's probably the same as like the Doctor, Doctor Who. But yeah,
Yeah.
Matt
Yeah,
Smith,
good point.
he was always wearing a bow tie. If not, it was a fez.
Yeah.
More like a comfort thing, sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, they do yeah, because he always, like from the start, Matt Smith liked his bow tie, and I kind of think the actor who plays the Doctor kind of says, like, I probably had to say, I think most do have a say what they want to wear, because Matt really liked bow ties, so he'll wear one. And I've had a fez. I've tried on a fez. I don't find it that comfortable. Maybe it's not the original, but I don't know. I just use it to put stuff in it, like a bin or such. Like I put all my stuff in it. But that one. Yeah. But Christopher Ecclestone, for example, then he only wore that one thing whole entire time, didn't he? Yeah, he didn't really see anything else.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So out of all the doctors, you could probably say he's the most consistent
Yeah.
with his clothing choice.
Yeah. Do you think when he took River Song to those towers, I can't remember what they are. Do you think he wore the same thing for the last 26 years?
Um,
Or am I talking about a different doctor?
was that the one where the last episode River Song was in?
I think so. It's the
Um,
one where they're in a dining,
oh yeah,
it's the Hydra Flax, I think.
yeah, yeah, um, yeah. I think I can't actually remember what the doctor was wearing at that point. I think he was wearing some sort of posh clothes. Um, but Peter Capaldi, he kind of wore the same, didn't he? Pretty simple, really. Just he didn't wear a tie. At all. He just wore his shirt, little thing over that. But yeah, that is a good thing with it. That that is done. But do you guys have a favourite doctor?
Yes.
Who's yours?
Mr. Tennant. But before I say why, um, I have a very stupidly annoying story. But I sent for his I sent 2 pictures for him to get signed, and believe it or not, it was actually for Ellie's 18th birthday, and 3 years later, I'm still waiting for them.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the present that you never got. But anyway, um,
Well,
but yeah,
yeah.
as I was saying, he's my favorite. One, he's the most consistent. Two, he's got this like massive sort of attractive personality that I think that he's just intelligent and clever, and he's just David Tennant plays the character in such a broad way that it's like really, really engaging, and you get to see the selfish side, the caring side, you get to see all different elements of the Doctor, and I think he plays it well the most. Just because he plays it in such a wide range, there's almost no limit to um, the character. Really, he can play it in any direction in different episodes, and it's brilliant. And I think the writing by Russell T Davies also helps with that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always a plus to have a good writer on board.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with what you're saying, Jack, because David Tennant is a very good doctor, and like you say, the way he performs, the way he comes across is really good. So yeah, and it's a pity that Addie hasn't got a birthday present, but not your fault.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I gave her chocolate for her birthday. I was 11 months early, technically, but
Yeah,
yeah, but yeah. Sorry
yeah.
to rub it in your face, but
If you
nothing
go
I could
to,
do.
if you ever choose to go to like one of those events where you can meet him, and like you can go to those, I think events where you can go see actors. You can
Yeah,
always say which it wouldn't be David's fault. It would probably be his agency, because
yeah, yeah,
because like he probably has lots of requests,
yeah,
and agents. It's the thing, because agents decide, like, if you put a request in, they decide is it any point of doing that. And I've had things in the past with people I've reached out to, and their agents say that there's no real point for them to do this. They have half a dozen followers on social media, and then you think about that and you think, why does that matter? I'm sure if to directly speak to them, they would do that.
Yeah, you're
And
probably right.
yeah,
I'm not. It was not. I wasn't 100% serious, but yeah, it would have been nice to happen. But
yeah.
oh well, I'm not the one that's missing out. So.
No, but when you go to the events, I haven't been, but I know from other people, they only have a few minutes to possibly
Yeah,
they have a few minutes, and
yeah,
depending on what the actor's like, uh, I know like Peter Capaldi. I've heard people gone up to Peter Capaldi, and Peter Capaldi said they spent their money to come see me. I'm going to spend as much lot of time as I can to make them feel welcome as long as they want, because it's good when you get people like that, because they make you feel good. Um, and like, I don't know if you guys have watched Stranger Things, but an actor in Stranger Things, the actor who plays Eddie, um,
Yeah.
it was a Comic-Con at the weekend, got just gone, and he got told off for spending too long with fans. And it like, and that I think people weren't being very nice like there to him, and I saw a clip where fans were saying to him how much they were grateful he did that, and he did cry. But like, it's good that like people are like that, where they could spend lots of money going to these things.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. But so Ellie, do you have a favorite doctor?
I'm stuck between 2 to 3 of them. See, because I quite like Christopher Ecclestone. He was quite good. Especially liked him in the Empty Child.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Quite like David Tennant. I think he played the Doctor like really well. He was just like really into it, got into character and that. Like really energetic and stuff like that. I think he played it brilliantly. And Matt Smith, after David Tennant, he just bounced off being the Doctor so well that yeah, he was just a brilliant Doctor.
Yeah,
Yeah, stuck between those 3.
yeah, yeah. Like, I agree what you're saying about Matt Smith, because like, I think we're all pretty young when David Tennant left, and we lived in the good era. Well, it's not bad era, but we lived in the prime of Doctor Who, didn't we? Like we've grown up watching David Tennant, and then getting. Oh, I cried that the end of Time Part 2, because like it felt like he was actually going, like you get that connected to a person, and then Matt Smith comes along and he's like, no, change back. um, and I would have liked, and I don't know, it would have been nice for a companion to go on to with Matt Smith. Even though I loved Amy in that, I just wanted someone to say, because I liked him that much. You know, you remember when Rose said to David Tennant straight away, "Can you change back?" And David Tennant was like, "Do you want me to?" And saying he can't. It would be nice to see that with Matt Smith and someone saying that to him. So like for him to after change back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but Matt Smith was funny, wasn't he? From the first episode.
Fish fingers and custard sandwiches.
Amazing.
Did you know that's not actually fish fingers and custard he ate though?
What did he eat then?
Would you ever try it?
Um, it was oh, what is it that you can have ice cream? Sometimes a coconut. It's coconut. Coconut with fish fingers.
It's not that much better, but
No. I do. One day I want to try it. Not coconut, because I do like coconut anyway, but fish fingers and custard. That'd be
I wouldn't
nice.
like fish fingers, so
Yeah, it's like custard on its own then.
fine with me.
Yeah, but like if you don't like fish fingers, I think what they've done is like they had it battered. They put the coconut in the butter, so
I don't like
you don't like the butter either.
coconut. No.
Oh, you don't like coconut, so just custard.
Yeah.
That's custard on its own. Well, he did do
Well,
that, to be fair, didn't he? He just drunk it.
would have done like cake and just made it look like fish fingers and then dipped it in custard. Could have
Yeah.
just done that.
Yeah, yeah. So I think the question I've got to ask you guys is, do you like pears?
Pears.
No.
You don't like
Yeah.
pears?
The fruit?
Yeah, the fruit, yeah, pears.
No. No.
Yeah, I do.
So you like pears, Ellie, and Jack doesn't. So I like pears. I don't mind them, but it was a thing that's been going on since Tom Baker, I think, that the doctor doesn't like pears.
Oh.
And that goes along with autism as well, like foods and different food textures and stuff. I think, like you're saying about not liking fish fingers and coconut. It can kind of be the same for anything. Like
People like with autism and that can't try new things and stuff like that.
yeah,
They try new things, go in new places and stuff like that. But yeah,
yeah,
don't know, it's the same.
Especially when our senses are like way more sensitive than normal people. So
yeah. I get really nervous about meeting new people. Like yeah, like I was okay, like college and stuff. The college we went to, because it wasn't big. I don't like big environments.
Yeah,
I don't know about
pretty
you
much
guys.
was in like the same sort of boat sort of thing. So
Yeah,
we
yeah,
all sort of understood each other, and I feel like we all connected easier than what we would have done, yeah, like in the real world sort of thing.
yeah,
yeah,
People,
that's pretty true.
yeah. We did, yeah, and we me and Eddie were in the same class, and Jack, we did. Was we in the same class? I can't remember. I
No,
think.
we were. Unfortunately, we weren't, because I was stuck in the year above.
Hmm,
So,
yeah, then
but
we were.
your year in college was like way more interesting. I just lot more diverse people, a lot more interesting people, and they were you were all really funny. And yeah, I would have much preferred to be in your class than mine, but that's just my opinion. Sorry, I'm small for you, but yeah,
Yeah, it was fun, and then when we all left. Yeah, but but yeah, I yeah, it's like I'll talk about Doctor Who there. So if I find, but when you find people that you can talk about your interest with it, it's easier because you feel like um if someone don't like it, you probably still talk about it. Therefore, like, why are you still talking about this? Stop. But yeah, so David Tennant and Catherine Tate are coming back. Um, what do you guys think about it?
can't it, to be honest.
can't wait, can't wait,
Yeah,
can't wait.
but what do you think of David? Have you seen David Tennant's new suit?
I don't think I have.
I've seen pictures of it, but I really can't remember what it looks like.
Right. I'll send you guys it afterwards, so you can have a
Oh,
look. But he's not wearing what he used to wear. He's got a new Sonic as well. Apparently. Um, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Is do you guys have a favourite companion, or do you like at all out of Doctor Who?
Catherine Tate.
Catherine Tate. Yeah,
Yeah,
Catherine
probably.
Tate was funny.
Or Amy and Rory, they were quite good.
Yeah, I still think they were the saddest to leave. Amy, Rory, and Donna.
Mm.
Yeah.
Rose wasn't that sad.
No.
I mean, it was, but she came back anyway. Um, but but yeah, I so you got Donna coming back. But that there's a possibility that she may not come back. Well, like as the 10th Doctor, I mean David Tennant. Um, that maybe could regenerate after going into the 60th for next year after Jodie. Would you like? Would you guys prefer to see David Tennant regenerate, like from Jodie to regenerate to David, or would you prefer it to go from Jodie to the new one, Shoot You Get One?
I don't know. I'm quite interested of the seeing how the new Doctor would be, because he's a quite good in sex education.
Yeah,
So I am interested to see how he does it as the new Doctor. But then I quite like David Tennant, and I would like to see him back as the Doctor. But then surely that would mess up the
The whole point of regenerating.
yeah.
but what I think could happen, which would make sense. David Tennant is not only here because he wants to be; he's here to make the views go up, isn't he?
Mm.
Because
Um,
like I've had people say to me, they've stopped watching it, possibly since Matt Smith left. Um, or yeah. And they say David Tennant's come back. Oh, might give it a watch. So it's nothing against the Doctors now. It's nothing to do with them because they're really good actors. Like Jodie's a good actor, Peter was a great actor. It's just the writing they've been given their episodes, the music. Music is a good part of Doctor Who as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought
yeah.
I mainly it went a bit downhill. Peter Capaldi with him. I think that's because of the energy that he was like giving out, sort of thing. He wasn't as energetic as what David and Matt Smith was. So
No.
yeah, a bit more. Oh, when's this episode gonna finish? Because you wanted to go on and do something else. You didn't want to sit there and go, "Oh, give me more." Of
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, sort of thing.
Yeah, I totally get what you mean because like Christopher Ecclestone's first episode, you want to watch more. Same with David Tennant and Matt. But it took me a while to get used to Peter Capaldi. His last series was the best for me, not because he was leaving, because he acted better. he was showing more energy, like you're saying. I don't know if you agree. Like his last series was his best, I think.
Mm.
And I still love the music with Peter Capaldi as the Doctor. Like like the background music within different scenes, and then that kind of went downhill from Jodie. The music, I only know one song, or maybe two. One is her theme, 13's theme, and when Captain Jack came back, his theme, when Bradley Walsh was mistaken for the Doctor. So, which he actually looks like a Doctor, so maybe that's why. But I do like Bradley Walsh and who's the other one? John Bishop. I do like them. I think they're quite funny. But yeah, like whenever I have some free time, I'll listen to Doctor Who music. Like because I find it hard to concentrate. I don't know about you guys, but I find it hard to concentrate.
Yeah.
I've got the attention span of flight, so
Yeah, yeah. Like if, for example, when I was at college, if someone talked to us in lesson, we would have to. We're not gonna say nothing. We would answer, wouldn't we? Because talking to us. And if like a teacher was like, why are you talking? And we're like, we're not. which was funny, but yeah,
They're
like
always
yeah,
thank you, because otherwise one of us will get distracted, then the whole class will be gone.
yeah, that was it. And like I would talk about, I can't remember, but it was quite funny though.
You and Josh Bailey used to just talk about football all the time, and
Yeah, they, yeah, I still do. I mean, um, but yeah, I didn't. Not many other people did speak about football, and I think in our class. So Ali, and you, Ali, we we all talked about football, didn't we?
yeah,
Um, but Jack, like, do you? I know in our last one we talked a little bit about your thing on Netflix. Do you want to say a little bit more as it's a bit about it more now?
Yeah, sure. Well, it's a film that's called I Used to Be Famous, and it also stars somebody that was in a Doctor Who episode. And the person, um, sorry, the film is about this washed up singer who used to be in a boy band is trying to get his career together in is trying to get a music career back together, and then he notices then he tries to get this autistic boy to be in a two-man band with him, and they try to do gigs and try to. But in the beginning of the film, it's all from his intentions, and then by the end of the film, he realizes that his bond with this teenage drummer who happens to have autism, and he has a lot of like problems and that, and then he decides that his bond with him is more important, so he sets up a concert for him with his drummer friends in the finale, and I'm one of the drummer friends, and I keep interrupting like I do on this podcast, and I keep wanting to be known, and I keep doing a lot of things that annoys people, and it's being released sometime this year. Don't know when, still haven't got a proper date, but yeah, it's there's a premiere soon, I think.
Okay. Well, look forward to it. Like seeing it and watching it on Netflix when it's out.
yeah.
You have to let us all know. I'm sure you will. I'm sure we'll see it.
Yeah, it's Netflix is probably going to announce it anyway. So
Yeah, they'd be like, they just sometimes, on Netflix, but when things not out yet, they do a little trailer, don't they? Like
yeah,
on there and say something new's coming. But yeah, Jack's right. An actor on there was briefly on Doctor Who. But I we'll find out who the actor is. Better
yeah,
later this year.
yeah.
And we'll share that. And yeah, it was yeah. So we were a bit jealous. Jack's starting with Doctor Who, so um
Got a picture of her and everything.
yeah, yeah. Um and yeah, and you you sent something to me which I'm not gonna say, but I'm sure I'll be able to share that later on, like when it's all released. But yeah,
Mm,
when you told me who it was, Jack, I did have to go back on it because it was only briefly, wasn't it? It was only
yeah,
like it was only a scene, but still on Doctor Who.
yeah.
um,
That's what counts.
yeah, it doesn't matter if you're understanding. I think they're the best people because like the people having only brief appearances normally come back anyway to other things. Um, and this actor is in other things and an American show as well. Quite popular. Yeah, look forward to seeing that, Jack. But yeah, so would you guys prefer, with the 60th anniversary going to be next year, would you prefer just one episode on November the 23rd, which is the 60th anniversary day, the day it all aired, or would you prefer little episodes like within that year, like with different doctors, like you got David Tennant coming back, Catherine Tate? Would you prefer other older companions to come back and doctors as well?
Yeah, I suppose that'd be quite cool, seeing all the old doctors and old companions coming back for episodes and that. I reckon that would be pretty good, Jeff, for the 60th anniversary. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that'd be good because like with Shooty, who with from Sex Education, in a way it would make sense for David to do it because like you have this thing in your mind, if David is filming now, why isn't Shooty? Because he's the next one on. So I think what could happen is it could be maybe there's been a glitch in the regeneration cycle. It's degenerated into David Tennant, who isn't the 10th Doctor, but he is a Doctor, but not the 10th. Possibly, I'd love him to be the 10th, but I don't know. It may just be his face being in a different body or something like that. Because they can do that, and then it'll be a race to find the Doctor, Shooty, and then that'll lead up to possibly November time next year, with possibly bringing other editions of Doctors. And I think that this is a good time to bring back all the old people, all the old companions, now, because it'd be nice from Russell and Shooty as being the Doctor to bring in new things, because although we love all the characters when we were growing up, it would be nice to get new iconic characters that you'll remember, because I think that's what people need, not just like you've got River Song. Like, I think her story's kind of finished, but who knows? But they like bringing people back, don't they? They do. So guys, is there an episode that you look back on and you really like?
Quite like the Empty Child.
Empty Child.
Yeah, I think that's quite good.
That's one with like the mask, isn't it? And children.
Yeah.
For me,
yeah.
On
Jack.
On Jack.
Sorry. See, I told you I'd bloody interrupt. For me, probably the episode with the adipose episode. I can't remember what the name is, but
that's great.
My favorite scene of that is where Catherine Tate and David Tennant, and they're all talking across the window and doing like their sign language, and they're like, and then they're talking, and then the adipose super nanny is like, "Am I interrupting you?"
Oh, that was funny.
And then he's like, and then like that. I loved it. That's what's my favorite.
What made that scene any better? You know, when he's going in the lift and he's got a Sonic and he's saying and Donna's like, "Well, what if she comes?" And he's like, "She's not gonna have a Sonic like screwdriver, is she?" And then they're down there.
Out of my way.
Out of my way. It's like, you kidding me? That was
Amazing.
funny.
What will happen if you put two sonic screwdrivers together? I don't know. Really, let's find out.
But in that scene, that could possibly irritate people with autism. Like,
True.
I think about it because it depends on what noises you like. You may like a sonic screwdriver, but two like that can maybe give you a headache a little bit.
Hmm.
That
But
would probably set me off if I was in the same room as that.
yeah, it's like really loud and like of course in the actual scene I wouldn't that wouldn't have broke it. They probably smashed the glass. Like it's not really gonna happen like that. But yeah, that was a really good episode. I love that one. And I was scared at that point. I was younger. I thought, oh no, we got all these things that like it's gonna happen to all of us. That's what I was thinking. And with the episode that you were talking about earlier, the empty child, that was scary, wasn't it? Because like especially the scene that do you remember the girl called Nancy and she was trapped with that boy who was turning into it, and they actually saw it transforming into it, and it was pretty scary. That was.
Yeah.
Probably why it's her favourite.
Yeah. I think most of Christopher Ecclestone ones are pretty cool. Oh, I haven't said my favourite, have I?
No.
What's yours?
My favourite is the girl in the fireplace.
Oh,
Yeah, the one with
Madame du Pompadour.
Madame de Pompadour, and
That's
I love that episode. And the reason for it is because I love the music, and I thought it's a really good episode, and um, I, I really like it, and it was sad at the end, like with the doctor and being upset in the letter. So that is mine, and probably one of the best episodes, probably with David Tennant, I think. Even though all of his was great, I can't fault one of David Tennant's episodes. With like the one with Peter Capaldi, you know, the one with the eye coming out his head, like the eyeball hatch thing. Do you remember that one? It was I think it was called the Jagrafest. It was like a big thing on the ceiling as well in that episode, and then you had it opening up. Remember that?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a bit scared of that bit. I thought, have I flipped my fingers? What happened to me? But yeah, I didn't really like the episode though. It wasn't because of that. I just didn't think it was that great. So you one of the last questions, but you may not have one. Is there any episodes that you don't like?
I don't think there is one that I don't like. I quite like all of them.
Okay. Do you like spiders?
Not really. No.
Yeah, there is a spider episode. Well, you have the rat nos, but I don't think that counts as much. But you have one in Jodie that has a big spider in the bath. Which I don't mind spiders, but yeah, if I see a big one, I will jump. But what about you,
Right.
Jack?
None come to mind really.
None come to mind.
Not really.
Okay, so before we finish, because we spent lots about Autism Doctor Who and how it links in really well. I'm gonna ask I'm gonna ask one more question and then we can get on to the last two bits. I'm gonna ask why I'll go to Eddie first and then I'll go to Jack. Why do you like Doctor Who?
Not really. So I grew up watching like Sarah Jane as well, like Sarah Jane Adventures. I think it's just like monsters, time traveling, space, the energy that it gives off. I just find it all like intriguing, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Just something that I can sit down and chill out watching, knowing that I'm safe in my room doing something that I like, and I'm not surrounded by like a load of people, sort of thing. So yeah,
Yeah. You can watch it in your own time.
yeah, I
I,
enjoy doing.
yeah, yeah. I always like watching it at late at night. It's like you don't get interrupted.
Nah.
No. What about you, Jack?
I think Ellie stole my answer. That's what I think. um, exactly same. I loved Sarah Jane as well. I grew up with that, and yeah, it's just the same thing. You're not It's like late at night, and you're not bothered by anyone, and
Yeah.
you know, it's just like watching people actually fight monsters. It's absolutely brilliant. What's not to like?
Definitely, definitely. And one last question before we go to the last two bits. I keep getting questions coming to my head, but this is it. Do you prefer Doctor Who to be on a Saturday night or a Sunday night?
Saturday.
Saturday.
If it's a Saturday, then it can be on later and you can stay up later, sort of thing. But if it's a Sunday, then it's more of a chill day, so you can sit down of a night time and watch it on like dark of a night time while you've like chilled out for the whole day, sort of thing. So you're just relaxed for the rest of the evening before you go off to bed. But I honestly wouldn't mind either if it was a Saturday or a Sunday.
Yeah, yeah. Because I think it's like a routine thing. Because like we was all used to having it on Saturday nights when we was growing up, and now it's gone on to Sundays. After Peter Capaldi. So that's the thing that's annoying about that bit. The last two things, I'll go to Eddie first and then I'll go to Jack. Eddie, do you have any advice about autism?
Um, if someone tells you that you can't do something because you've got a disability, especially autism, don't believe what they say, pretty much. Just try your hardest and try your best no matter what. If someone says that you can't do it, you just got to believe in yourself, thinking that you can. Keep yourself in that positive mindset. Don't let others bring you down.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like because being positive is really important. I know we can't always be positive, but it's nice to when we can. Yeah. So Jack, do you have any advice about autism?
I would say no matter what situation that you're in, no matter what anybody believes, and no matter what anybody really, what their limited beliefs of you are, it's not your responsibility to prove them wrong. It's the only thing you have to worry about is doing your best the way you can and live your best life possible. And not meaning to be a bloody brag or anything, but I'm somewhat living proof of that. Not trying to sound like God, but yeah, I got the Netflix thing, and that was because I actually did something very uncomfortable to do the audition because it was the first time I went on the tube by myself, and that's because I knew I had to do it. And uh, yeah, I just didn't care what anybody thought about it. Even if I was gonna not get the part, I still wanted to do it. And then, yeah, so I would say don't believe. It's not what people believe about you or your disability is none of your business.
Yeah, yeah. I completely agree because like you are proving people wrong because you're working with actors from Doctor Who, so you do something right.
Yeah.
Um,
You joined the page. I'm working with the staff, so
Yeah, you have to well, yeah, well, we'll have to get in touch with her if you see her again. We have to we have to do something. But yeah, that's great. That is
Uh, yeah, well, I am gonna go to like that screening preview because we're having a preview with all the actors and crew before it goes on Netflix. So hopefully, uh, I get to show her that video that you sent.
yeah, yeah. You're like, if you do get a chance, you could either ask her to do a video saying Doctor Who, maybe. But who knows? Like, fingers crossed. Yeah, fingers crossed. Um, last thing, guys. Is there a quote in Doctor Who that you relate to in everyday life or at all? And it can go to both of you, no order.
Alonzi,
Z. Okay.
because it to me that just means let's go, let's push forward, see what lies next.
Yeah, and that's a good one. Right, let's go.
Yeah.
What about you, Ellie?
Don't know.
Geronimo?
Yeah, I suppose it'd be like jump into the next thing that like the next hurdle that's coming out towards you, sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think catchphrases are really important. I think within Doctor Who, like Alan Z, Geronimo. Don't know what the 12th Doctor was, but you got fantastic. You got, I think, brilliant from the 9th Doctor. It's always nice when you have those kind of things, and it kind of represents who they are. But yeah, so Adam Z, Geronimo, and just representing who they are. So, well, thank you guys, Ellie and Jack. It's been great talking to you about Doctor Who and autism.
That's all right.
Yeah,
Mm.
thank you.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in the next episode, everyone. So, we hope you enjoyed this, and we'll Alonzi and Geronimo, and we're gonna go. All right.